In last class, we have started chapter number 8, function overloading and member functions. So today in this class, we will continue this same chapter number 8, but with a new topic. So our new topic is inline function. So already we know what is a function, and already in last class we studied what is function overloading. So today in this class we will study inline functions. So first let us see the definition. So what is inline function? So inline function is a member function of a class, so which is defined with keyword inline. Means inline is a keyword. It is used to define in a function or inline function. When a function is defined with keyword inline, then that function will become an inline function. So inline function is same as a member function of a class. So inline function is a small function, or it is a short function. It is defined inside class as a member function of a class. So here you can see the summary. Inline functions definition start with keyword inline. Means for creating inline function, we should define the function with inline keyword. The inline function should be defined before all functions that call it. Means before using inline function, first we have to create or define inline function before use. The compiler replaces the function call statement with the function code itself. Okay, this point I will explain in next page. Inline functions run little faster than normal functions. So these are the 4 characteristics of inline function. So to define an inline function, we have to use inline keyword, and inline function should be defined before using, and inline functions runs faster than normal functions. So here third point, compiler replaces function call statement with function code. So to explain this point, okay, we have to take this example. So this is a program example of inline function program. So in this program we are calculating square of a number. So these first 2 lines are in first hash include iostream.h. These are the header files, and here this is a inline function. Why it is an inline function? Because this function is defined using inline keyword. So here square is the name of function, and here only one parameter is used, a, and this is the body of the function. So here we are calculating a into a, means we are calculating a square of a number. So this function is defined, square function is defined with inline keyword, hence it becomes an inline function. So this is the inline function, and here next is the main program. So this is main function. So this is the main function of our program. So integer x means this is nothing but a variable, and x is equal to square 5. So here we are using the square function. So using the function is called as calling function. We are calling square function. So square function is defined here. So before main function, square function is defined, because this is the rule, because inline function should be defined before using it. So here we are using inline function. So before using, first we have defined this inline function. So here we are using or calling the square function with actual value 5. So this 5 value will be copied into this a parameter. Now it is calculated a into a. So a into a means it will return the result. So x value will be 25. So C out square of 5 is equal to x value. So x value is nothing but 25. So in this way it will work. So this is an example program of a inline function. So here we can see in detail what is the difference between normal function and inline function. So here this is normal function execution and this is inline function execution. So here you can see that programs, left side and right side, both programs are almost similar, almost same. Both programs are same, but there is a one small difference. So left side, this is our normal function. So name of function is square, integer a, and body is a into a. So here in this function we are calculating square of a number. So this is a normal function. And at right side same thing, integer square, we are creating a square function. This is the body of the function. But before creating this square function we are starting with inline keyword. Means before creating function we are using inline keyword. So when we use inline keyword for creating a function, then that function will become inline function. So this is the difference between these two programs. Left side, this is normal function without any inline keyword. At right side, this is a inline function because we have used this inline keyword for defining square function. Okay, now how these programs work. So next, integer main. So these are the normal programs, normal main function. Here also main function is same, but here difference is that, so here we are using square function. So this is square, this is called as calling function. So already square function is defined above here in this line. So here we have defined square function, and here in this line we are using it. So using this function is called as calling a function. So we are calling square function with value 5. So what the computer will do, computer will transfer the control from this calling line to the function definition. Means control will be transferred from this calling line to the function definition, to the function body. 5 value will be transferred to this function definition and it will be copied into a parameter. Then the value is calculated, then again result will be transferred to this calling place. So in this normal function execution, when we are calling a function, computer will transfer the control to the computer will transfer the control from this calling place to the function place. But here in inline function it is opposite. Here we are using square function, we are calling this function. So instead of transferring control from this calling line, calling point to function place, computer will transfer the function code. This inline function code will be transferred to this calling place. So this is the main difference between normal function execution and inline function execution. So in normal function execution, when we call a function, computer will transfer the control, execution control from calling place to function place. But in inline function, computer will transfer the control. Computer will not transfer the control, but it will copy the function to the calling place. So in normal function, we are copying the value in the function place, but in inline function, we are copying the function itself into the calling place. So in inline function, this complete inline function is copied to this calling place. So function will be transferred in this line, x is equal to square. In this place, that inline function will be complete inline function will be copied or transferred to this place, calling place or using place. Here we are using square inline function. So at this place, complete function will be copied in this line. But in normal function, function will not be copied. Instead of that, just parameter values are copied into the function body like this. So this is the main difference between normal function and inline function. So inline function means when we call an inline function, then the function body will be expanded or copied to the calling line or calling place. So this is the main difference between normal function and inline function. So you can see here arrow. So in left side program, this black arrow direction is bottom to top. Bottom to top means in normal functions values are copied from calling place to the function definition place. But at right side you can see this arrow is directing from top to bottom. This arrow line is directing or giving direction from top to bottom. It means in inline function, function here the function body is transferred to the calling place. So this is opposite of normal function. So with the help of arrow you can also understand. So this is about normal function and inline function. So this inline function is very important. So it will be asked for 5 marks. So question will be like, what is inline function, and explain with general syntax and example. So here in notes definition is given. An inline function is a special type of function whose body is inserted at place where it is called. Means inline function body is inserted or copied or transferred to the calling place. So the keyword inline is used to define inline function. So to create inline function we have to use inline keyword. Without inline keyword we cannot create inline functions. So there are many definitions. So inline function is a special member function of a class which is defined using inline keyword. So here there are some rules for creating inline function. So inline function definition starts with keyword inline. Means to create an inline function, first we have to use or first we have to write the inline keyword. Inline function should be defined before all function. So before using inline function, first we have to define the inline function, then we can use. The compiler replaces function call with the function code. It means inline function body is transferred to the calling place. So general syntax for creating inline function is same. So inline function syntax is same as creating a normal function. Just we have to start with inline keyword. So remaining thing will be same as we are using to create normal functions. So to create inline function, first we have to use inline keyword, then data type, return type, then name of the function, function name, then argument list, then the body of function will come. So it is as it is. So this is the general syntax for creating inline function. So here example program is there. So you have to write. So this program is very important because this program will also come into practical exam. So in practical exam, by writing this program you will get 20 marks. So for practical this is very important. This is very small program, but it will give you 20 marks in practical and 4 marks in theory exam. So you have to write this program in annual exam, theory exam, for 5 marks, and in practical same program will give you 20 marks. So it is easy. First header lines, then we have to create a inline function. This is inline function. So in this function, name of function is cube. This is a inline function because we are using inline keyword, and here one parameter is used, a. So in this program, in this function we are calculating cube of a number. A into a means a cube. So here we are calculating cube of a number. Then this is main function. So here normal variable declaration, clear screen, enter the input of a number. So a message will come on the screen. You have to enter a number. So number will be read into n variable. In that number will be stored in n variable using cin. Next, using cout, we will print the output cube of n. N means whatever. For example, here n is 4. So cube of 4 means here cube n. Cube n means here we are calling the cube function. So cube function is defined here in the top here. So this n value will be copied into here we are calling cube function. So cube function is an inline function. Then computer will transfer this complete inline function into this line. Inline means expanded inline or transferred inline from where it is calling. From this line we are calling cube function. So computer will transfer the above function body to this line inline. So here then n value will be copied into a. So a into a into a means 4 cube. So 4 cube means result we will get as 64. So this is a very small program and it is very, very important. For theory you will get 5 marks and in practical you will get 20 marks. So here it is more clear. So this is a inline function program. So you have to remember this function. You have to remember this program. So practice it and make it perfect. So how to start an inline function program? First we have to write C++ headers. So in every program these headers are used. After that we have to create a inline function with inline keyword, data type, function name, parameters, and this is body of inline function, return a into a into a. So this is complete is inline function. Then next comes main function. So start with main, then variable declaration, then ask the input number, store in n variable, then print the output using cout cube of. So in this line here we are calling cube function. So cube function is a inline function. Hence computer will copy this inline function body. Computer will transfer this inline function body to this calling place. Here we are calling cube function. We are using cube function. So in this place function body will be transferred by computer. Computer will transfer this inline function body to this calling place, and here this calculation will be done to calculate a cube like this. So if n is equal to 3, then 3 into 3 into 3 means you will get output as 9, 3 cube. So cube of 3 will be 9. So this is a very small program, make it perfect. Okay, next, advantages of inline function. So this is also important, keep it in mind. So size of object code is considerably reduced by using inline function. If we use inline function, the speed of execution of program increases. So it will increase the programming execution speed. So very efficient code can be generated. There is no burden on system for function calling. It saves overhead of return call from a function. So the readability of program is increases like this. And there are some disadvantages of inline function also. So using inline function may increase the size of executable file, and it will increase the demand of memory. More memory is needed. So inline functions are helpful for small programs, but we cannot create inline function for big functions. So inline technique will not work due to following reasons. The inline function definition is too long or too complicated. Means if we write very big functions as inline function, then it will not work. If we are using inline function in recursive function, then also it will not work. If we use inline function using looping structures, then also inline function will not work. If we use switch or go to statement in inline function, then also inline function will not work. So this is about inline functions. Here What is important means you have to remember what is inline function, definition of inline function, and example program. So this is very important. So I will give you notes in the next class of this inline function. So next, this is the last topic we will complete. So next is friend function. So this is also very important, because in this 8th chapter there are 3 important topics. First is function overloading, second inline function, third friend function. From these 3 topics, anyone will come in the annual examination for 5 marks. So here what is friend function? So our definition is, a friend function is a non-member function of a class that has access permission to the private member of a class. Means first, a friend function is a not member of a class. Friend function is not a member of class, but it is a friend of class. So friend function is a friend of a class. Then a friend function is declared within a class with the prefix friend. Means friend function is just declared inside the class using keyword friend. So it is just declared, it is not defined in the class. Not defined means friend function body is not written inside class. Always friend function body is written outside the class body. So this is about this point. Then so here also it is given, but it should be defined outside the class like a normal function without prefix friend. Means always friend function body is written outside class body without using friend keyword. So friend keyword is used just inside class, but when defining the body of friend function outside the class, friend keyword is not used. So here general format for friend function is given. So general syntax, how to create a friend function. So as already we studied in definition, friend function means friend function is always declared inside class body. So this is a class, class keyword and class name, and this is opening flower bracket and this is closing flower bracket. So inside this bracket, this is the body of the class. So inside body we have to declare friend function using friend keyword. So inside class body, friend keyword is used to declare friend function. So friend keyword, then this is normal return type, function name, argument list. Just so to create inline function, we have to use inline keyword, then normal function name. So same in friend also, to create a friend function, we have to use friend keyword, then normal function name. So depending upon the keyword, function will change. If we use inline keyword, then function will become inline function. If we use friend keyword, then function will become friend function. So this is very important. These are the characteristics of friend function. So in examination, sometimes question will come like, what is friend function? Explain the characteristics of friend function. So here, these are the characteristics of friend function. So first characteristic is, friend function is not a member function of a class. So friend function is not a member of a class, because friend body is not inside class. So friend function is a not member of class, but it is having full access permission to private and protected member of a class. So even though friend is not a member function of a class, but it can use all private and public variables of that class. Why? Because this function is a friend of that class. So friend function is not a member of a class, but it can use all the private and public variables of that class. Next, it can be declared either in public or private part of a class. So friend function you can declare in a class body under private section or public section. Next, a friend function cannot be called using object of that class. So because this is not a member of a class, so we cannot call this friend function using a object. So without using object, directly we have to use the name of a function to call this friend function. the function is declared with keyword friend. So to create a friend function, we have to declare this function inside class body using keyword friend. But for declaring only we have to use friend keyword, but for defining friend function does not use keyword friend or scope resolution operator. So friend function is declared using friend keyword, but in definition don't use the friend keyword. So these are the normal external functions. External means they are not defined inside class. They are defined outside the class body. Hence they are called external functions. So friend functions are normal external functions having special access privileges. So it cannot access the data member variable directly and has to use an object name dot member name. But using the friend function will violates the rule of data encapsulation. Okay, so in exam you have to write any 4 characteristics. So in this books also, in the book also it is clearly given. So friend function is a non-member function. It is not a member of class. So this friend function is declared inside class body with keyword friend, but it should be defined outside class like a normal function. So this is the general syntax for creating friend function. So friend function is always declared inside a class. So this is a class, this is the body of the class, and here this is friend function. So here example is, this is a class base, this is the class body start, these are data members, and these are member functions. So this is void get data is a member function, and this is the body of a function which is defined inside this class. And this is a friend function, so it is declared inside class. Okay, so these are the characteristics you have to write in the examination. So already it is given in notes also. So this completes this chapter number 8. Here to understand the friend function, we will see this example. So here 2 sections are the left side normal function and class is there, and right side is friend function and class is there. So this at left side, this is a class, name is XYZ, and this is class body, opening flower bracket and closing flower bracket. So inside this bracket, this is the class body. So inside class body there are 2 data members A, B. So these data members are declared in private section, and here only one member function is there, void get data. So this is a member function. Why it is member function? Because it is defined inside class body, and this is the body of this function. So whatever you can write as body. So in this XYZ class there are 2 data members and 1 member function. So after completing this class body, outside here also another function is there. So name of function is put data. So this function is outside the class body, hence it is external function. So this is a external function, it is not related to class, and this is the body of this put data function. Now this put data function cannot use the member of this XYZ class. So put data function cannot use A and B variables, and put data function cannot use get data function, because put data function is written outside the class body. Hence put data function cannot use the member of XYZ class, so it cannot use. But if you want to make the put data function use the member of XYZ class, then you have to make the put data function as a friend of XYZ class. if we make put data function as a friend of xyz class, then put data function can use member of this xyz class. So in left side it is not possible for put data function to use the members of xyz class because there is no relation between that external function and xyz class. So put data function is a external function. It cannot access the members of xyz class, or put data function cannot use the members of xyz class. Okay, because there is no relation. Now you can see at right side, here also same class and same function is there. So right side also xyz class is there. Here also two data members A and B are there declared in private section, and get data is a member function of xyz class. So after that, here we have written one line, friend put data. So we are not defining the body of put data inside class, just we are declaring the name of put data function. So here we are declaring put data function as a friend of this xyz class. So after declaring like this, now this put data function can use all the members of xyz class. So put data is not a member of xyz class, but it is a friend. Why? Because we have declared a put data function inside class body using friend. So by declaring a function using friend keyword inside a class body, then that function will become friend of a class. So when it becomes friend, then this function or friend function can use the members of all the members of this xyz class. So left side, in left side there is no relation between this put data function and class, but right side there is a relation. What is that relation? Friendship. So now put data has become the friend of xyz class by declaring or by using friend keyword. So this is the difference. So any external function cannot access or cannot use the members of any class, but if we declare a function as a friend, then that function can use all the members of a class. So this is the main difference. So, and friend function is a not a member of a class, just it is a friend, because friend function is just declared inside class using friend keyword, and the body of friend function is always written outside the class. So when we are defining the body of a friend function, we are not using friend keyword. So friend keyword is not used for defining the body of a function. Friend keyword is only used for declaring a function inside class body. So this is the main points about friend function. So just important thing is friend function. What is a friend function? Friend function is a not a member or non-member of a class, but it can use all the members of a class. And friend function is declared with friend keyword inside class body, but friend function is always defined outside the class body without using friend keyword. So these are the main points about friend function. So this is the example of friend function. So already you know the general syntax, how to create a friend function. So general syntax for friend function means inside a class body use the keyword friend, then function data type and function name. Just this is the syntax for creating friend function. And friend function is defined outside class without friend keyword. So this completes this 8th chapter. So here in the book at last page some important points are given. So here this is the definition of function overloading. So it is very complicated definition. So simple definition is if two functions of two or more than two functions having same name but different parameters are called as overloaded functions. So function overloading means we are using polymorphism concepts of object oriented programming. Next, what is inline function? So inline function is a special member function of a class which is created using inline keyword, and it is always defined inside a class. So inline function code is written along with function definition inside a class. So what is friend function? Friend function is a non-member function of a class, but it can use all the members of a class. So this is about chapter 8. So in exam you will get 5 marks question from this chapter, like explain need for function overloading or advantages of function overloading. So discuss means we have to write the function overloading definition with syntax and example. So explain inline function with syntax and example. So explain means we have to write the inline function definition and its rules, syntax and example. So you have to write the Q program as an example. Then explain friend function. You have to write the definition of friend function and characteristics. Characteristics means friend function is always declared inside a class using friend keyword, and friend function is always defined outside the class body without a friend keyword, and friend function can use all the private and public members of class like this. So important questions are given in notes also. What is inline function? Write a simple program for it. So there is a one small program for inline function, means for calculating cube, just we have seen, and you have to remember that advantage and disadvantages of inline function, and explain friend function and characteristics. So these are very simple questions with easy answers, so make it perfect. So this is about chapter 8. So once again I will take another class using notes. With the help of notes I will revise these topics once again in next class.